Hello and welcome back to the Success Mindset YouTube channel, where this time we're going to be looking at the book Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vee. Now, if you don't know who Gary Vee is, he's one of the top influencers in the world in terms of marketing and social media. The founder and CEO of Vaynerchuk, what Gary doesn't know about social media and online influencing basically isn't worth knowing. But I'm not here just to sing Gary's praises all day. Let's get on with the book and some of the key takeaways that you can implement immediately in your business to really see it turn around and hit the kind of numbers and do the kind of business and be the kind of brand that you want it to be. So the first real takeaway for me from the book is the title, Jab, 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 Right Hook. And that really is an inference to how to approach your marketing. What Gary means by this analogy is that so many brands will go into a campaign looking for a huge right hook. One thing, one campaign that will knock you off your feet. Now, the fundamental flaw with this approach of the big bang right hook is that you haven't built the base of trust with the consumer. Gary emphasizes the approach of using jab, 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 small content that really links at an emotive level. This content is far more frequent, it's far cheaper to do, it's far more instinctive, and through that you build a real authenticity to get that hook with your consumer and build that long-term relationship with them on an emotional level. By doing this, people don't just buy the good that you're looking to sell, they buy the brand, and if people buy the brand, you've got a customer forever. This is where Gary Vee is so intelligent with how he approaches things like this. You get the consumer, you build a relationship, jab, 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 right hook, rather than just going for the big bang and missing completely. An approach of doing this that Gary talks about is what he calls super micro content. So rather than these big bangs, these huge expensive long campaigns, you're consistently putting out smaller micro content. People simply consume their media differently nowadays. They don't sit in front of a TV watching adverts for ages. Generally, media is consumed on their phones. With social media, an array of apps, lots and lots of different things to take attention away, you've never had to hit the mark immediately with content like you do now. So what Gary emphasizes is loads of micro content that brings value to the consumer. By doing this consistently and over time, you will get into the consumer's psyche and you will build a relationship with them where they take on the value and ethos of your brand and they buy into you as a company or as a person, as a figurehead, and that is where you build your brand long term. Another great takeaway from the book is making sure that you put your content out there in the context that the platform needs. This means not just making content that you put on every single channel, it means refining and manipulating your content to the type of channel you're putting it on. So if you're on Facebook, you want to put on videos that are going to engage at a social level with people. If you're on LinkedIn, it needs to be professional, it needs to be valuable to the people on there, and it needs to hit the mark. If it's on Twitter, it needs to be short and sharp within the character base to engage people. And if it's within TikTok, you need to look at the demography of the audience and base your campaign or whatever content you're putting online to really hit and influence with the people that are engaging with that platform. TikTok generally seems to be younger, and so it's really vibrant, really short, really energetic videos that will engage with your captive audience. By changing and using different kinds of content over different mediums, you will really contextualize what you put out there and you will have a far wider reach and grab and grasp of the population you're engaging with on each different platform. Now, the last real takeaway I got from the book, and this is where I think Gary is at his strongest, is when he talks about storytelling rather than trying to actually sell a product. This is a constant theme with Gary, and whenever you hear him talk at an event to thousands and thousands of people, he will constantly talk about not trying to sell to people, just to give them value. If you bring value to people's lives, they will buy into your ethos, they will get an emotive hook with you, and then you will have a customer forever. So the inference and directive within the book is to tell a story. Don't just use platforms to sell something. Go beyond that. Show your authentic self. Show who you are. Show the values and aspirations that you want your consumers to buy into. By bringing in the nuance of storytelling, you're really engaging the customer in who you are and what your brand is. If the customer believes in that, then they are going to buy in hook, line and sinker. And this isn't just a ploy to get people on board to buy stuff. This is a true way of really influencing and connecting with people at a deep level. So the last takeaway really is, don't try and sell a product, try and sell yourself. Sell what your company is all about, its visions, its values, its ethos. Get people to buy in at the emotional level. So these really are the key takeaways I took from Jab, 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 Right Hook. It really is a phenomenal read. I highly encourage people to go away and read it. And I really want to thank you as well for taking the time to listen to this Success Mindset YouTube channel and this video about Gary Vee and his book Jab, 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 Right Hook. So I hope this has been useful. I hope you can go out there and take some of these principles straight away and start using them in your business to really influence and engage people at a deep, meaningful, authentic level. So I wish you success. I hope that you can go out there and execute what you need to do for your business. It really is in your hands to go out there and make the changes and do the things you want to do to get what you want to get in life. It is in your hands. So as we finish off all of these videos, all I want to say are the great words of Tony Robbins: make your life a masterpiece. Thank you very much for listening. We really do appreciate it.